Hey guys, I am back for another video, and I want to tell you about something that can help out in self-care. I just think it'll help out overall. I've been talking about it a couple times this week, and we were out earlier today, and I was thinking, maybe a lot more people need to know about it, and we could do a video. So here we are. I am not being sponsored by this organization, but when I think that it's something good for many, I want to make sure that you know about it because I did not know about it, so I want to share it with you. Let me just say, you guys have been coming to my page, Social Girl for God, for a while, and we are more of a lifestyle blogger, and so we talk about social media and tips that can help you with your life, with your ministry, with your business. We talk about self-care and taking care of yourself because you have to do that. And many of you know I'm on the men's and still healing, and I'm almost at 6 weeks. Yeah, this week will be 6 weeks. So I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm doing a lot of things like this. I could do a lot of videos because I could just sit down and talk to you. And mentally, spiritually, we are Christians. And so I'm sharing with you what we're doing with our journals, our Bibles, reading, workouts, all of those different things. As I just journey through life, I use this platform to share it. And I hope that you guys get value out of it. And I really don't take it for granted, the people that we have subscribed to this page. And so if you want to hear more content as we keep on going, make sure that you subscribe, share, and like, and that would be greatly appreciated. So let me tell you about this program. Many of you, how I got into this conversation today and this week, have lost someone this year or last year or maybe 5 years ago. And what happens is, we kind of just, okay, time will heal and we keep on going. And next thing you know, it still comes up. So I'll give you an example. When I was on my weight loss journey, I remember the healing process of the weight loss journey brought me to a place of dealing and healing with my mother's death. And that was now 23 years ago. So you're talking about, I was at year 20. And I remember being in the hospital parking lot because I was outside walking and texting my friend, who's a psychologist, and letting her know like something's happening to me, that I'm healing differently. And so I came home and I started going through closets and getting rid of, purging a lot of different things, but actually starting to deal with or being able to look at my mother's things because they had been with me from move to move to move, and I just moved and moved her stuff right along with my move. And I finally started to deal with it. I mean, I had stuff from cards, obituaries. My mother had lost a child 6 months before she had passed, so I had my brother's pictures, and my mother had cut his hair and put it in a bag. I had that. I had stuff from her relationships. I just had a lot of stuff. And when I looked at it, I had all these pictures of different things. She would make collages and her IDs, you name it. I had all of this stuff. And I finally started to just, be okay with my mom is not here, and even though this is her stuff, it's not going to bring her back. And I'm able to get rid of this stuff. And so when I have that conversation and start talking about this conversation this week, I know a lot of you have lost people, even in the last years. And I admitted on this page that I went through, one of my ladies, I said to her in the gym, she said, maybe that was just your way of dealing with it. And I had put weight back on between that and walking around with this 36-week fibroid inside of my body that was just growing and growing. Put some weight back on it. So I cannot wait to get back in the gym. But I got to a really funky place, and I'll admit this to you, that every year, for the last couple years, what would help me was to watch Christmas movies. But I also, last year, I'm a big proponent of support groups. And I found this group at a church because I'm like, there's got to be a group for this. Because going through 12-step for my food, I learned that there's a 12-step program for everything. So I found this program that's at a church, and you meet once a week, and you talk to others who've lost people, and you find out you're not by yourself. People are grieving in ways that you couldn't even imagine because everybody's exodus is different, and we all need somebody to just kind of help us through. So this is the workbook that I was given. It's called Grief Share: Your Journey from Mourning, not the morning, MOURINGS, to joy. And it has scriptures, and I still use it. It's every week. It has scriptures, and it just talks about like quotes, like to lament is basically to say to God, let me tell you where I am right now. And it's people, great leaders that have gone through death and their experiences and how they got through. So I still go through this and look through it because last year was a tremendous year of loss for us. The last 2 or 3 years, we lost some amazing people. I always say we have this great cloud of witnesses, and it's a lot of great people that have gone on the other side. So I wanted to share this with you all. It is at a church where we live called the Life Church. And so I want to also give this to you as something to think about, because I attended Life Church not by way of someone inviting me to the church. It was circumstances in my life. So in 2015, I had lost my job, and I didn't have money, and I didn't have food. So I went to that church for their food bank first, and the pastor prayed a prayer, and I remember crying and telling my husband it was as if she heard everything that I was talking about that morning to God. It was so prophetic because she just hit everything, and I was like, I was just asking God that this morning. So I always remembered that I would go back and give to that place because they gave to me in the season of in the valley. And then I went back because they offer this program, Grief Share. And so I went back again, and I remembered this church has offered me 2 things. I didn't go to worship. I went because they opened up the door to give me food and to help me in my time of grieving. And then I actually went later when I didn't have a car and I had to take a lift, and it was close to me, and then that's when I went to go worship. So I want to give you that to think about, because some of you are ministers that follow our YouTube page, and wouldn't it be awesome? I know a lot of pastors, and I know a lot of churches, right? And I haven't found this program in churches that I know. And so this would be a great door opener as an evangelistic tool, but more importantly, a time if someone would step up to be able to heal and help so many people. Because sometimes the loss we're still dealing with years later and acting out and not sure what's going on and bitter and angry. So if we can get to the people ahead of time through this program and help them to heal in such a tremendous way, I think it would be awesome. So I came on here today just to tell you about how to self-care through Grief Share. And that if you have lost someone, and it's not always just someone, it's something. Like some of us are grieving over losses. I remember telling someone losing jobs, I'm grieving over that. Like you just have loss after loss after loss. So you're just grieving because you're attached to that thing, and now you no longer have it. And now you have to go do another thing. So I don't want to be too long because I'm already at my point. But this is Grief Share. It's a program. You can look up the information. This is the workbook that they give you, and there's an instructor, and there's groups, and they also even have Facebook, and I'll put the link.com//grief share and their phone number, and they are out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. Great organization. I'm so grateful to them. I will tag them if I can too in this video and let them know that more churches need to focus on some great impactful things. And I'll stop the video there. You guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Be blessed. This is a different kind of video, but we are lifestyle bloggers and letting you know what's going on in our life. You take care. Be blessed. Any questions, comments, let us know. Take care.